Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, February the 2nd. We got a big 10 game card. Guys, I'm not going to go over every single game today. There's just the injury report is just a joke. We're getting close to the trade deadline, so I figure there's a lot of clutter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get right to the point. I got 4 looks for today. I'm going to go over each one, explain why I like each pick, and that's what we're going to go with tonight. So let's not waste any time. Keep this video short. Get right down to business, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, in our first game, we got Sacramento and Indiana taking on the Pacers. The Kings on an uptrend, guys, 4 wins in their last 5. They are coming off a 9-point loss in Miami to the Miami Heat, guys, but the Miami Heat were playing desperate. They wanted to win a little bit more. They got it by 9, but overall, guys, Sacramento still uptrending. No new injuries. They should be at full strength. Indiana, guys, 3 wins in their last 5, 2-game losing streak. They're coming off a 4-point loss in New York. A game that looked that they had won, but they messed up at the end, guys. New York was better in the details. Gave the Pacers a loss in that game, second night of a back-to-back, and the team is a little banged up. Tyrese Halliburton is playing, guys. He's not playing that well. I don't know if he's quite ready to be on the court quite just yet. There's like the 65-game rule where he has to have a minimum of 65 games in order to be eligible to make like something like $40 million, a crazy number on his contract. So, guys, I don't know if he didn't have that motivation to play in the 65 games if he'd be in the lineup, but he is playing. He's not looking that good though. Some other players are also bagged up. Miles Turner listed as questionable. Benedict Mathurin has missed the last 2. And who else do we got here? Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith is also questionable with a back injury. Second night of back-to-back against a run-and-gun Sacramento team. I don't like it, guys. Plus, Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox got left off the All-Star team, guys. Extra motivation for them. This is why I'm going to go with the Sacramento Kings in this game, -3.5, 2 stars. It's going to be my first pick of the night. All right, guys, my next pick is going to come in the game between Phoenix and Atlanta. It's not going to be a side bet, even though, guys, I'm always rooting for my Phoenix Suns. I'm actually going to go with a player prop in this matchup, and I'm going to go with Trae Young here over the 26.5 points. He's averaging 27 a game, 27 points, 11 assists. The numbers do look impressive, but he's shooting just 42% on the floor. He did not make the All-Star team. In my opinion, he didn't deserve to make the All-Star team despite numbers like this. He's not a winning player, guys. I'd call him a classic stat pattern. He takes a lot of bad shots. He does draw a lot of fouls, the reason for his 27 points a game. And I think in this game, the style of play, Phoenix running gun basketball, we see the over-under is at 249.5, which means if it's to get closer to the number, players are going to have to put up a lot of points. I think he's going to be one of these players. I'm going to take him here with the over 26.5. I'm sure he feels like he got snubbed. Like I said, I don't think he deserved to make the team. But I think he will have a big game here. Go over the number over here, 26.5 points. All right, my next pick is going to come in the game between Toronto and Houston. The Raptors just 1 win in their last 5. Are downtrending in general. Coming off a nice win, 11-point win in Chicago against the Bulls. Have been struggling with injuries. Manuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl have missed the team's last few games. Poeltl out a little bit longer. All 3 listed as questionable for tonight. I think there's a chance that some, maybe even all, will be back in the lineup. If they come back, guys, it will change the dynamics of the whole team. They will be a lot tougher. Houston, just 2 wins in their last 5. Very inconsistent ball club, guys. The Houston Rockets, even though at home, they are 17-9. In their last game, played against the Pelicans, who were without Zion Williamson. Performed very badly, guys. Dropped that game by 11, put up only 99 points. And the game before that, they put 135 on the Lakers, won by 16. So you just never really know what you're going to get with Houston. The line, guys, while I was doing this video, it did drop to 4. The Rockets are currently favored by 4. Şengün, the starting center, Baby Jokic, how a lot of people like to call him, he's listed as questionable with an illness. Reports are that he was in shoot-around, so my guess is that he probably will be in the lineup. The reason for this low number is because he is questionable. He's a big part of what they do. What I see here happening, guys, I think this is going to be one of my, possibly one of my strategy plays, where the number is low. I think a lot of people will be jumping in on the Houston Rockets with this low of a number. Şengün gets ruled in. This will jump up probably to the line estimate of 5.5, maybe even 6. I think even if the questionable players come back for Toronto, the line will jump up, and that's where I'm going to take the Raptors for the video's sake. I'm going to put Toronto here at +4.5, even though I'm guessing closer towards tip-off. It will be up at 5.5, 6, where I will definitely take Toronto there. And the points is going to be my 3rd pick of the day. All right, my last pick, guys, is going to come in the game between Orlando and Minnesota. The Magic just 2 wins in their last 5. Overall on a downtrend, even though recently they have been playing a lot better. Have won 2 out of their last 3, beat Phoenix by 15, lost to the Mavs by 2, and then bounced back with a 10-point win in San Antonio against the Spurs. They started off the season red hot, guys, have cooled off considerably since then, and just 8th place now at 25-23. Good news for them that they are at full strength. The injury report looks clean. The Minnesota Timberwolves, 4 wins our last 5, on an uptrend. First place in the West, 35-14. Everything is running smoothly for the Timberwolves. Their last game against the Mavs, big 30-plus point win. Of course, the Mavs were extremely shorthanded in that game. They were playing down the competition, but I think they learned their lesson from that game against Charlotte. Ramped it up in the second half, guys. Blew the Dallas Mavericks into oblivion. We see tonight, guys, they're favored by 6.5. This line actually opened up at 7.5. Dropped the point. Rudy Gobert is listed as questionable. I had this line estimate initially at 5.5, so the line, guys, is a tad inflated. Now, guys, there's a little bit of all-star motivation in this game. Actually, for the next 2 games for the Minnesota Timberwolves. If they get 2 straight wins, they're going to get their coach as the all-star coach. I think the players, from the reports I've seen and read, I think they're really fond of their head guy, Finchie, they like to call him. I think they want to get him in the all-star game, so there is a lot of motivation. The number is a tad high as well. I think Orlando's going to get some love. I'm going to take Minnesota here, minus the 6.5. Even if Rudy Gobert doesn't play, guys, I still like Minnesota. They've been playing some pretty good ball. Coming off a win against the Thunder. Very big win on the road against the Thunder. Like I talked about, the 30-plus point win in Dallas. Against Dallas, that is. I think they're going to take care of business tonight. Let's take Minnesota, minus 6.5. And these are my 4 looks for tonight, guys. Friday night. Quick recap. Going to take the Sacramento Kings, minus the 3. Going to take Trae Young over the 26.5 points. I'm going to take the plus points with Toronto. I'm expecting close towards tip-off. This line to bump up probably to a 5.5. And I'm also going to lay the points with Minnesota, minus 6.5. These are my 4 looks for today. The rest of the games, guys, I didn't really have anything. 1 week before the trade, about a week before the trade deadline. Personally, guys, I'm going to drop the bet size to about 3/4 size. I recommend you guys do the same. Things will probably get a little wacky in this next week. A lot of players will be checking their phone to see if they're going to get traded or not. So things might get a little wild. Just look at yesterday's results, guys. Lakers without LeBron and AD went into Boston Garden, won straight up. Philadelphia without Embiid. Tyrese Maxey put up 50-plus after sitting for a few games. Just things are all over the place. So I do recommend to lower the bet size. Things are going to get a little wild. Anyways, guys, these are my picks for today. I'm going to wish you all good luck on your plays, and I'll check you all again tomorrow. Later.